Hello, my name is Janet Bell, and this is my career profile project. Okay, so the job that I chose was a foster care training specialist. I found this job listed on a website for an organization called New Leaf that's run out of Mesa, Arizona. It's a nonprofit organization. They do work with homeless shelters. They actually run two homeless shelters. They provide job training, child care. They help people get into homes. They also run some after school programs. They do advocacy work, and they also, of course, work with the foster care system. So while looking on their website, that's where I found this job listed, and it met all the requirements for this assignment, so I decided that I would go and check it out. So let's talk about the working environment. What would that be like? It's a medium-sized company. The work hours would be 40 hours a week, which would be flexible between days, evenings, and Saturdays. The training needs to be done for the family over the course of 15 days. So you would be traveling to training facilities near the families, and you would need to be available when the families are available. So you wouldn't really be having a set schedule most of the time. You would be moving it around depending on who you're working with. You have to account for all of your preparation time and all your travel time as part of this job. You need to be an expert in all the regulations that go with foster care system in your state so that you can answer any questions the parents might have. And you need to be able to work independently and as part of a team. So let's talk about stressors that would go along with this job. Some of the typical stressors that you would have to deal with in this job are you're going to have to do ongoing training, not only for yourself but for your families, because a lot of the regulations continually change. So you have to be able to train your families and also train yourself so that you can give them the proper instruction. You're also going to have to know some hard stories about the children that are in the foster care system, and some of that, knowing those things can be stressful. You're going to have to know it so you can prepare your parents for these facts, that oftentimes the children in the system are products of bad parenting. So some of them have been abused. Some of them they suffer from a lack of attachment. Some of them have never been disciplined, and most of them have never had structure in their home. Another thing you're going to suffer with or have stress over is that you want to help everybody, but you can't always help everybody. And the last big one that you have to think about is sometimes you're going to take a family and you're going to train them, and you're going to go through all the way through the training, and then at the last minute they're going to back out and not do it. Now, on the website, they listed these benefits that come with the job, and there's some pretty good benefits here. They have health and dental insurance, vision insurance, sick days, vacation, holidays, life insurance, short-term disability, a 401k, and tuition reimbursement. So even though this job only pays $15 an hour to start with, it has some pretty good benefits. Let's talk about what you would do on this job. What are the common tasks? So you would have to maintain class schedules and accommodate individuals and family members within a 15-day period of time. You would have to prepare a classroom beforehand and clean up afterwards. You'd have to determine and arrange for daycare needs with each session. You'd have to coordinate guest speakers that are required of the state curriculum. You would have to prepare and present training material, of course. You would need to be able to professionally communicate and cooperate with outside foster or adoption agencies. And you would need to be able to develop, organize, and maintain your records in an accurate and timely manner. What kind of educational requirements did they have for this job? Well, they wanted you to have a bachelor's degree in behavioral health or a related field. You must have at least 1 year recent behavioral health or field experience and 1 year training experience. There's a lot of certification that comes with a job like this that you would have to have so that you could know all of the different things to tell your parents. And they also prefer if you were bilingual and spoke English and Spanish. I live in Arizona, so that's important here. You also need to be able to work a computer and standard office equipment. So my mentor is a friend of mine who she's worked in the behavioral health industry for the last 8 years, and she recently completed her master's in family counseling. And I asked her what were some things that she thought would be good to include in the miscellaneous section. So she was telling me about a girl that she hired that's previous work experience had only been at McDonald's. So this girl had gone through school, but she'd only worked at McDonald's. However, she had become a manager, so she brought with her some pretty good skills that were helpful in her job. She had great time management skills. She had customer service skills. She had an ability to plan ahead, and she had great follow-up skills. My mentor also talked about how important it is for you to be able to work a computer, that you should be able to use all the programs because all of the records, all the medical records are being digitized, and pretty soon if you can't work a computer, you're going to have a hard time doing any kind of a job in this field. I hope you found this presentation informative and useful. Thank you for your time.